January. The Australian Open happened. I didn't watch it, but apparently someone called Novak Djokovic won $40 million for whacking a ball around. When I whack a ball around.
Nope. Speaking of sports, but not really, there was the Melbourne Darts Challenge, which ended in chaos when people started throwing plastic chairs. It once again proved that anyone who plays darts is an idiot. Mitch?
Oh, I don't like darts. All right, yeah. Tiger Airways flight was grounded in Melbourne after a security threat, leaving frustrated passengers stuck aboard a plane for hours. They had already been there for 12 hours due to, before that, just because it's Tiger. End of January. That's pretty good.
Yep.
You know what comes after January, though, Jessica?
What?
February. Onward. It was a good month. Yeah, let's just move on. Let's okay.
Well, like most disgruntled spouses in loveless relationships, let's turn to golf. The Women's Australian Open was held in February at the Royal Melbourne Golf Club, won by Lydia Ko, aged 18. 18!
Ugh,
As a result, everyone over that age has been quite depressed for the last few months and stopped trying with anything in life.
Sad. Melbourne engineers had a breakthrough in 3D printing in their suburban garage with the first 3D printed jet engine. After that success, they hope to go back to their first project, which was 3D printing a girlfriend. Oh yeah!
Melbourne and Sydney were ranked in the world's least affordable places to buy a home, according to a US urban planning researcher. It was discovered that in Toorak it cost $4 million for a damp cardboard box, Ivanhoe $5.2 million for a damp cardboard box, and Brunswick $18 million for a slightly larger, more damp cardboard box. Which I think is pretty reasonable.
It's quite good.
It's about standard, yeah. I'm pretty happy with that. What do people in a protest do? Oh, that's right, they march!
The Australian version of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here began in March with Freddie Flintoff, the winner. But is he though? Is he? Is he really? Boasting other contestants such as former Marsha Brady, him and a Dado, hosted by 40-year-old Schoolie and Smurfette, the nation participated in a collective shoulder shrug so massive that the earth was jolted off its own axis.
Arnold Schwarzenegger dropped by the Melbourne Convention Centre to attend the so-called Arnie Classic, which is apparently something to do with bodybuilding and not at all a Q&A about his early films. What a waste of $200 that was.
Yeah.
Arnie was later pulled over by police for riding a bike through the city without a helmet. I mean, if anyone was going to survive riding without a helmet, it's him. I doubt the biggest action star in Hollywood history was going to get hit by the number 76 to Carnegie.
Also, the Grand Prix was on and everyone who lives near it hates it. Oh, and also the Grand Prix is pretty much the only sport where every seat is like a... So...
Grand Prix. The internet is fun, isn't it? Woolworths had to do some major backpedaling after the ill-advised Anzac Day Fresh in Our Memories social media campaign. Yeah, a general rule, don't put things on the internet. The internet responds and mocks you. Hashtag Fresh in Our Memories.
That's my favourite one. And that one. And that one. All my favourite.
Great.
A Reclaim Australia march took place in Melbourne and most of their discourse was with musicians. Barnsey, Farnsey and Midnight Oil, among others, all told the protesters to stop playing their music. I'm surprised anyone heard any music at all, given how loudly I was face-palming 5 kilometres away from inside my home.
Belle Gibson's told a bit of a tiny fib. Her life came crashing down as she was exposed as a fraud in the most depressing Monty Python sketch ever, after profiting from pretending to have terminal brain cancer. It was rumoured that she was paid $45,000 for her interview, meaning anyone can profit off being a liar.
That reminds me, Jess, I've got 8 legs.
Ah, great, here's $10,000.
Australian media!
Yay! Onward to May! The Logies, like my drunk uncle, were held at Crown on a Sunday night. For those not aware, the Logies is a process where readers of a magazine vote on which soap star is the hottest. Carrie Bickmore won the Gold Logie and actually made a useful acceptance speech by increasing awareness of brain cancer. There's no joke there, that's just really great.
It was announced that the Victorian budget was to include $2 billion to aid Melbourne's congested public transport system. The plan includes 200 new trains and trams, potentially taking the total amount to 207.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Guy Sebastian represented Australia in Eurovision, so good thing it's a song contest and not a geography contest. Also, it's barely a song contest.
Well, you know, I'll stop you there. I mean, you've got lots of great bands in Eurovision. There's
Like who? Don't say ABBA.
well, you've got Celine Dion, and you've got Cut to June now. The 14th Dalai Lama visited Australia for a tour of the sites. He was quoted as saying that the education system here is too materialistic. Look, buddy, every kid has an iPhone, tablet, television, Game Boy, Ghetto Blaster, hacky sack. I don't need to be the holiest Tibetan monk in the room to unveil that meat tray of wisdom.
State of Origin was held in Melbourne. Nothing hugely noteworthy here other than an excuse to mention this dude getting an owie on live TV during an arm wrestle. Yay for sports.
Melbourne police battled a 15-hour prison riot at Ravenhall allegedly due to a recent smoking ban. A lack of nicotine obviously making the inmates a bit upset. As a show of strength, police have since upped the ante by taking away their rights to watch TV show Ready Steady Cook. 2 million people have now died.
It's very serious. It's very sad. Our thoughts are with them. Another good quarter.
Okay, we're going to do July.
And
July.
July. Bit of hush. Controversy magnet and occasional swimmer Dawn Fraser did a whoopsie when she said live on Channel 9's Today Show that certain tennis players should go back to where they came from. In August, she somewhat ironically appeared in an episode of Who Do You Think You Are, tracing her own non-Australian heritage. Not even a joke. That's our Dawn.
Indeed. Excitement mounted as Beyonce-shaped building was set to erect in Melbourne. What? Oh, right. Yes, apparently this building is modelled in the shape of Queen Bee, and she's yet to indicate that she'll come and visit the completed replica of herself. I've got a spatula that looks a bit like Daniel Radcliffe, but he won't return my calls. Incidentally, there's this building based on the likeness of Richard Wilkins, who seems to have just gone under everyone else's radar. I mean, I can't see the similarity myself.
Can't see it.
Yeah.
Speaking of vomiting, 17 salmonella cases were confirmed at a luxury Melbourne hotel, originating at the High Tea, which is regularly held at the venue. If you think you can't stand fancy conversation now, try doing it when you're hunched over a toilet bowl.
So, Stephanie, what's happening to... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, we're doing this.
We'll go...
This tea is lovely.
Yeah, nice.
Stephanie, I do feel slightly ghastly.
I think there might be something good wrong with my stomach.
Oh, Raymond, what happened to the scones? Oh, Patricia! Oh, you're farting absolutely all over the fine china. Oh, Ponsonby! Oh dear! I think I may have come good now. Oh no! There I go again! And again! One more! More! It's a little farthead. I'm all fine. I farted my way into August! Segue. There was another PR whoopsie daisy in the form of Operation Fortitude. The joint agency exercise with Victoria Police and the Australian Border Force were to conduct visa compliance checks throughout the city. Q outraged public and Victoria Police promptly cancelled the operation and backpedalled. ABF Commissioner Roman Quadliveg said the initial announcement was clumsily worded and also...
The 7 Network launched court action against the 9 Network, claiming the latter's new reality cooking series, The Hot Plate, infringed on the copyright of 7's My Kitchen rules. The case was thrown out immediately after everyone agreed that every show ever is somehow a rip-off of Healthy, Wealthy and Wise. Even this segment right now is pretty much the same as when Ian Hewitson cooked a duck. Remember that?
It's classic. It was classic. Also, Jessica Perkins had a birthday, which turned into a month-long fiesta. Jess, that's not even a recent photo of you.
Yes, it is.
It says 21 on the badge.
No.
And that one's not even you as an adult. Explain yourself!
Just a good quality makeup, kiss milk and youthful. Anywho, Kane Peterson walked a tightrope across the 2 peaks of the Eureka Tower. Well, I guess that's one way to avoid those ridiculous entry fees, am I right? Anyway, everyone loved it when it wasn't even that risky. He was attached via a harness to the wire itself. I mean, I put Mitch in a walking harness every day, and where's our praise? Hashtag praise for Jess.
Hashtag praise for Jess.
Hashtag
Yes. It was announced that Flinders Street Station is to undergo a $100 million restoration to finally update the upstairs ballroom, having been abandoned since the 1970s. Other items abandoned since the 1970s include Free Lovin', the Atari, and pop icon Leo Sayer, all said to be currently taking refuge up there. That's me done, lads.
Okay, you have to leave. Justin Bieber came to Melbourne, and for those older viewers, it was like Nikki Webster 15 years ago, I guess. Or for the really old viewers, it was like Shakespeare, I guess. Bieber ranted at his Melbourne fans, apparently frustrated at how they swamp him, demanding photos. He should take a leaf out of our Nikki Webster's book. She would never do that. She'd just be happy to belt out Strawberry Kisses. And as well she might, it's a bloody gem of a song. And that's September. That's
Okay.
October.
The AFL Grand Final was won by Hawthorn, and for the first time, the day before was declared a public holiday by incoming Daniel Andrews' government, thus making the first time I've benefited in any way from sports. Mike Brady sang a song, Up There Kazali, because of course he did. He was hardly going to sing the theme tune to the Dodo Internet ads now, was he?
Alrighty, Australia's actual favourite pastime and national sport, the leadership spill, happened again. This time ousting Tony Abbott and insting Malcolm Turnbull, I guess. We'll always remember that time when Tony ate an onion. Hashtag OnionGate, hashtag fresh onion, hashtag fresh in our memories. Hashtag praise for Jess.
Serial Who Is That person, Lara Bingle, revealed that she got married to Sam Worthington in a private ceremony in Melbourne last December. She revealed on the Kylie and Jackie O show that... Oh God, what a terrible dream. I dreamt that people cared that Lara Bingle revealed that she got married to... November! It was clearly the year of social media whoopsie daisies, as the Your Taxi hashtag was introduced to encourage the internet to open up all about the good taxi stories. Why? It's like shooting someone out of a cannon after they explicitly said that they did not want to be shot out of a cannon. They're not going to be happy, and poor direction has landed them in a suburb they didn't ask to be in.
Is that still the canon? Oh, okay. The nation rejoiced because a lady won the Melbourne Cup.
Hey.
But then everyone felt bad again because of animal cruelty. But Michelle Payne!
Hey.
But dead horses. But gender equality! But dead horses. But feminism! And so on and so forth.
SBS launched its new channel, The Food Network, on the 17th, and given that it's SBS, it's still mostly focused on Nazis or breasts. Just now it has an occasional sprig of coriander.
Vandals broke into the Hurstbridge train station, stole a train and derailed it shortly afterwards, causing millions of dollars of damage. The good news, it departed the station on time for once. No, I'm serious, it did, it was great. Also, given that the Vandals achieved their target of derailing 100% of their services in the month of November, no commuters were able to apply for compensation. Bummer.
Yeah, bummer indeed. December!
Oprah visited Melbourne and lots of people got excited, mostly women. One estimation was that in the sea of women, there were 300 men, presumably drugged or manipulated into attending. Oh, Cheryl, you said we were going to go to the footy. I don't care what her favourite book is. God, duh! In unrelated news, approximately 300 divorces occurred that very night.
Uber is outlawed in Victoria after Uber ex-driver Nathan Brenner was charged with operating a hire vehicle without a licence. Brenner was caught in an undercover sting operated by the Victorian Taxi Commission. Yeah, I'm not sure if destroying all competition is going to make the next Your Taxi hashtag any more successful. I mean, people don't love Kim Jong-un because he's the only Kim Jong-un.
And that essentially brings us up to tonight. New Year's Eve happened, and Get Outta Year, the Channel 31 special, hosted by immensely talented and attractive duo Jess and Mitch, was a definite hit and everyone loved it, and it was the most successful thing ever. The only thing left for Jess and Mitch to do is be set adrift on an ocean log, as per tradition, to let some success happen to other people. Debts be forgot and never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot and go away.